Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? My name is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Ringru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, it is time for that most grand of opportunities. This is the Code A Finals.
Woo!
And right to take us through the rules real quick as we kind of get set up for this first map over here on Meridet. Rang, who's fighting and what are we looking at?
So on the left-hand side in blue, our first finalist is Jarl Conrad as the 4th Armor Division. And on the right-hand side, we have our guy from Down Under, the Knife Guy, as the 1st SS Panzer Division. This is a potential best out of 5. And well, this is the finals for the Code A section of the Steel Division League.
So with that in mind, guys, after this first match, and we know there's going to be at least 2 matches in this video. There's got to be at least 2. I don't even know how many more after that, but at least 2. Be sure to stick around because we'll be jumping right into the next one right after that. We want to bring you all the action all the time, very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But Meridet, I don't think we've seen the whole manor house in quite a bit of time, have we?
Oh no, we haven't seen this map. I haven't even really played this map in quite a bit either. It's a pretty fun map. It's going to be a very interesting matchup. It's the Hellcats aren't going to be as great, especially in the north and in the middle, as they don't really have a range advantage. You know, if he manages maybe make a breakthrough down south, he could tend to do something with the Hellcats. But
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to give the advantage over here early on, at least to the first SS.
Yeah. And also the Volksdeutsche.
Yes. Yes, exactly. The Volksdeutsche spam. Honestly, you said a couple of those guys in the center part of the map. And the 4th Armored, even if all of those awesome rifle squads are not going to be able to get through.
Exactly. It was 25 points for 2 MG42s. Hell yeah, sign me up.
So the Hellcat will be going hell yeah, and the Germans will be saying hell no. But it's a fairly modest breakout over here, and both players do know what's on the line. And take us through real quick. Is there any prize, or are we talking about bragging rights here?
Oh, prize. It is a prize. I actually just need to look it up real fast. So first place, the winner, will be getting 1 Paradox game and 2 DLCs or another Paradox game. And second place will get 1 Paradox game and 1 DLC, and this is all sponsored by Paradox Interactive. They're the ones giving out the prize pool.
You know what? I think we deserve to get, a free Paradox game, a free Paradox DLC. What do you know? I don't know.
I like free stuff.
Exactly. Who doesn't love free stuff? That's why Halloween's such a popular holiday.
Yeah.
Half track does go down, though, down to the south, and the Germans are the first one to pay the price in blood, and we're seeing some very, very nice mortar smoke coming down.
That's a very good call, saving the IG.
Yeah, you definitely need that, especially to the south, because as underpowered, I would say, as that artillery piece is, he's still going to be a prime candidate for keeping, the 4th Armored at arm's length here.
Yeah, and because a lot of 4th Armored stuff is pretty lightly armored, especially early on, that mortar can give some very good suppressive damage. And as you can see, it's just hitting up that blob rather nicely. I'm actually going to be rather intrigued to see if it's Hellcat and Stug engages, because the Hellcat does have range down the railway, but if Stug manages to get a bit closer, it does have the veteranry advantage by quite a bit.
It does look like if he moves about 150 meters towards northwest, he should be okay and not be in line of sight. But that is a very good question to see how that's going to go. IG-18 does get himself into the fight, though, at least.
Yeah. Going to be getting some shots off, and the mortar half track is going to be repaying in kind.
Well, you know that about us Americans. We're just a very giving people.
Very, very giving people, especially around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have a bomb, and you have a bomb, and everyone has a bomb. It's wonderful.
Like a picture of, like, Hitler's Easter eggs. You run with the artillery pieces, and they have written, like, Hitler's Easter eggs or some nonsense on them.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
I saw you it after the match.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, folks, we actually have our first reinforcement coming in over here from the Americans. It's going to be good old Abrams there. I'm surprised, really, by how neutral these opening moves have been. By both sides. I mean, we're not seeing any kind of great push. We're not seeing any kind of intensive focus here. Okay, so more riflemen coming out from the Americans, but even still, Abrams isn't going to go anywhere. He can't go that close. We got Sturm Pioneer and the Volksdeutsche sitting in great positions for ambush.
I guess it's a pretty scary map to push in for an armored division. because there's so many trees and choke points, yeah, you could just get bazookaed or Panzerfaust or ambush in really any direction. So it's a bit risky during a major tank breakthrough. And both sides do have the potential to do that in its early A phase. 4th Armored a bit more. So it's definitely going to seem like it's going to be more of a grinded match instead of a full-on blitzkrieg or armored breakthrough through here, yeah, or bloody everywhere.
Well, the thing is, I mean, Jarl's got to be the one to be the aggressor. As we see already, the Germans do have themselves a nice little position. IG-18 in the north is not in a great spot. I would have probably placed them a little bit further back, about 100 meters southeast, behind that tree line. But oh well.
Oh well.
And actually, there we go. So Junker's coming on in. I kind of like that call.
I really love seeing this call for versus House because it's such a powerful unit if you do manage to get those snipes, and there's not really any A here from the Americans. So, really get the Hellcat?
No, he doesn't even see him anymore. Oh no, he does.
Oh, he goes
there we go. Wow, one salvo.
Did you see him do a little loop-de-loop before shooting?
Yeah, I was confused by that. I was like, oh, he does not see him, ladies and gentlemen. He does not see him. The champ is down, but no, the champ took out that Hellcat.
Do
Neat
a
as
barrel
you please. Something's wrong with the G diffuser. Well, we do have an MGMC now, so that's not, the problem with that Daffy is that he can only do it once.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would say you could probably do it up north, but there's nothing really up north to really strike. That's worth the effort.
Yeah, so you're gonna waste 30 mil cannons on a Bantam and WC-52. That's kind of a teensy bit of overkill, I would think.
Yeah, a little bit overkill. Yeah, just bring out some machine guns and just let the 8mm Mauser do the talking.
It is a little bit amusing to me to watch this Jeep with the 30 cal try to flirt with this Volksdeutsche, and the problem is that both squads they're so pathetically bad.
Yeah.
That they don't do much. Oh, and Abrams gets there just in time to prevent the surrender. That's a very, very good movement.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move. And got smoke from the Germans or knife guy. But no, that's not smoke. That's artillery. He dropped smoke here with the Stern Pioneer. So
Panzerjäger's getting into a great spot though. Is this Turk on the right way?
Where, sorry?
No, he's backwards. That Panzerjäger is backwards. Oh, dear God.
I was confused. Like, Panzerjäger?
Ammo storage hit.
Oh, Stug. Oh, he's buggered.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
whoa.
Oh. Will the smoke drop down in time? No, there's no smoke actually coming down. He really could have used that smoke to save his Panzerjäger.
Yeah. But hey, here comes either a second Junker or... Oh my gosh, you can't be serious. Wait, how does he not see him? How does he not see him?
I think he just lost line of sight.
Actually, yeah, you know what it was? The Volksdeutsche, I think that's one that's pinned down now. I think he might have had line of sight, and then he just shifted back. I might be wrong.
Hans, I'm scared. I can't see anything. Just close your eyes. Open your eyes, you idiot.
Take your hands away from your face. Shut up, Jurgen.
You seen the movie Hacksaw Ridge?
Yes, of course I have.
It's like the scene where he makes the blind man not blind by just pouring water over his.
That really is a fantastic movie. I will say Mel Gibson really brought himself back to my respect with that movie.
Yeah.
More rifles coming in, and the Americans are massing themselves for a push to the south. Problem with that is, like you said, you have just a couple of small squads, and you really are not going to push through that. Now we're going to have another Stug moving on in, and frankly, if he sits right in that center line, he's got the line on the Jeep. He can theoretically see that anti-aircraft half-track as well.
Yeah.
And that infantry's not going to get through. It just can't. It's not going to.
Yeah, and you see, the Volksdeutsche in that building are just they're an absolute goddamn fortress, as you can tell. Unless the Americans need to bring up fire support to really try and push back Knife Guy here with his... Well, it's actually a Panzer Grenadier, not even a Volksdeutsche. I do take that back. So it's even better. If you start Panzer Grenadier, you're not getting past yet without some firepower.
I will note up to the north, the 222 was flirting with a bazooka team, and cavalry scouts, which is kind of embarrassing that neither side was able to kill the other one.
I know.
It's almost as bad as this Volksdeutsche engaging this Bantam and letting that cock continue to crow.
Yeah, that cock can see you. I mean, you can't hide from the Bantam Bants.
Yeah, it's a real cock up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm rather curious that you got his second Hellcat up on the northern side instead of bringing it down south, because this isn't exactly the best Hellcat territory. I mean, at that range, the 222 can kill him.
Yeah, I was going to be a little confused by that myself, but I figured I'd let, the the wonder that you are. Tell us more. Abrams took out one Stug, but he's got transmission damage right about now, and he's falling back, which means this other Stug's going to get a couple of really nice shots here.
Yeah, he's super to get at least one more in.
And this 232 is just trying to shoot at him. It's not going to go very well.
Yeah. Got one more shot. Oh, the smoke.
Actually, no, but the Stug itself wasn't really going to take some firepower. Oh, wait. Junker to the north. He's going after that second Hellcat.
Yep, and there's no area. Oh, it is one EA piece, but he's
not. It's too far away.
Line of sight. He's coming in.
Out 2 shots. Wow, the AA has been on point. Excuse me, stress again. The airstrikes have been on point.
Yeah, yours J87, so such a good A phase unit. And it's funny because you don't really expect having such good, you don't really think for a tank division you need such powerful ground-based.
Oh, it's
like
that
close air support aircraft, but goddamn,
that freaking B-26. I hate that thing.
It's not as bad anymore, thankfully. In terms of
you mean bad to play against? They used to be so frustrating.
Yeah, it was pretty much like an AC-130.
Yeah.
Back when it first released. But now you can actually stretch it out regular AA pieces can't. It's no longer, you know, the iron bird of the sky, the flying tank.
Yeah,
the
maybe
50
not.
cal menace.
But those M2HBs, I'm really kind of depressed by how much, you know, morale damage they do. Especially that Stug got taken to 50%, and that was like a couple of shots. It really wasn't that much.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I'm just griping. Don't mind me.
Okay.
However, a anti-air piece down to the south might get taken out by this redeploying 232, and that would be a big loss. That would open up the entire southern side of the map.
Yep, I mean, does Abrams have line of sight? No, he doesn't. God, a bazooka's gonna get him, yo.
If he doesn't miss. Never mind.
Nope, you can't miss it that close.
Oh, no, you can find a way. Just ask some of the Wehrmacht. But a Flampanzer, woo!
Ooh, I do like that. He definitely needs it, as his Panzergrenadier is starting to take a little bit too much fire up north. The mortar half track doing quite a bit of damage, but the Flampanzer is going to come in and save the day. It's thankfully, for Knife Guy, none of these rifles have AT.
I could have sworn I was looking at that armored leader, and I think the first time I moused over it said Fubar, and I was like, yes, you are, but then that didn't happen. We see some more infantry moving in to support him, and even if the P-Grens get pushed back, let's think about how much they've retarded the American assault here.
Mm-hmm.
That's one down. This house is going to get burnt to a crisp. Those poor gardens are going to just get shredded.
The real estate value for areas has plummeted.
Yes, it will.
It's going to take forever to get rid of those scorch marks.
And there's now a Focke-Wulf, and wow, that was fast.
You see, it's no longer that good.
We didn't notice as well. There's an M8 that's to the north. He's going to get a really easy shot into this Puma, and somehow they both. Well, okay, never mind. That's a crit right there.
Yeah, a Puma. Oh, it's going to be really close in the second shot.
Man.
Yeah, but this is going really well for Knife Guy. He's putting on all the pressure. He managed to pretty much knock out both of the Hellcats. And Abrams is pretty defunct down south at the moment. You're in B phase, so Jarl Conrad has a lot more armor options to bring in. And hey, look, here comes the Junker once again.
Did you know, by the way, that there's a place in Britain where you can go and pay to play paintball inside of tanks? Just thought I'd mention that.
Oh, I've seen the video of that. That's really cool. Yeah, it's like...
Don't know what I'm talking about? Look for Lindy Beige. That's pretty cool.
That's a pretty cool thing. Pretty crazy, but like, you know...
Oh, I would totally do it. I sent it to a friend of mine. He was like, let's do this. You know, Rang, I think we need a field trip.
Yeah.
But no, so Flampanzer continues. Actually, shockingly enough, the Flampanzer is not immediately dead.
That is shocking. They usually like it's like a candle, but like lighted with.
They burn brightly, but they burn out very quickly.
Yeah, it's like a kerosene candle. I don't know if that's even a thing, but.
Well, one thing I can tell you that's definitely a thing is that Abrams is picked up a second Stug kill. Look exactly where that first one died, and you'll find the burning corpse of the second one.
I mean, Stugs dies in pairs, I guess.
Well, you know, again, whatever happens, Stugs fly together.
Yeah, it's Stug life, man.
Let's see what's going on in the meantime. So more half-tracks. The Shermans are hitting the field, which is not going to be great for the Germans because, again, yes, they have those Stugs, they have the occasional P4, What they do not have, I don't feel like they have a really good AT gun presence on the field.
Yep, and Shermans have stabilizers.
Yeah, I
Really,
know.
I know I have to mention it every time. It's just such a huge deal. I'm so annoyed, yet they don't mention that Sermons and Stuarts and those tanks of stabilizers somewhere in statistics card. Because it allows you to get such easy first shots a lot of the time.
Well,
But unless we
but
got
if you do,
Stags
but if you do
and
hidden stuff
Tentacles.
like that, then you have to do hidden stuff like really at this point German tanking crews were probably the most veteran they're ever going to be. Okay, see, these are all like the last dregs of guys who are surviving from the regular Panzer divisions, and I mean the first SS was a flippin' well-trained unit.
Mm-hmm.
P4. Okay, there's one of those anti-tank guns now. It's so cute. There we go. Rumbling along that back end. And you know what? I don't really zoom in that often onto these models, but these models are actually really quite beautiful.
Yeah. If Eugene Systems has managed to do something really well, if all Abrams goes down, managed to do something really well, it's their model and map design, because their games look really bloody good from just an artistic standpoint. They
Yep.
always have. They always have.
And
It's
God
such,
willing, they
it's
always
crazy
will.
the detail, like you mentioned, like the detail in the models when you like zoom in really close, like the Flampanzer. You can tell a lot of, like grimes and where it's got a bit dirty a bit, and how like camouflage works. It's just really cool.
Well, even beyond that, I mean, you watch the half track go, and the wheels are actually turning. It's not just like
know.
skid. No,
And they
they're-
go up and down as the terrain.
Yep, and I mean that does get a little bumpy sometimes, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like, can you tell me this is just a freaking gorgeous game? Ah, zoom in on the stupid unit, my friend. There we go. Oh, all right, I'm done for now. Junker up to the north, he was in and he was out. I think he's trying to get line of sight onto that first Sherman, and he's going to get it in a second. Yep, there we go, he's coming in.
Shake it all about, and do a hokey pokey and turn around.
Well, that Sherman better consider doing that because he really, really needs to.
Yeah.
Stepping into the attack run. Internal fragments bailed out. There we go. Okay,
Ooh.
he missed the first one. Internal fragments the second. Damaged it enough on the third, and then finally killed it on the fourth. I'm sorry, he bailed him out in the third.
Yeah. You gotta work your way up to that kill.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's like an achievement hunt.
Yeah.
But we have
Get
not
the
really
platinum.
mentioned anything about the score so far. So the score is not wonderful over here for Jarl Conrad. 54-46.
Yeah.
And despite it being all the armor over in his corner, he's not been able to effectively deploy it. And you kind of said that earlier on. It's hell for armored divisions to be effective on this map.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he has the Shermans and whatnot, and they're nice, but he doesn't have any infantry, like, especially in the middle, and the infantry in front of the Shermans to help out. And he's just completely lost his northern side.
Yeah.
Completely.
I don't feel like he's screening very effectively for those tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's just not getting those efficient trades, really. Like, he needs to be knocking out, like, the Pumas, but you just need to kill more tanks. Just kill more of the enemy, that's how you win.
Here's a question. Why doesn't he go for Marauder to airstrike and at least slow down his attack?
Like, just, like, Marauders, and then, like, attack after the Marauders, like, strafe something.
Well, forget the strafing Marauder. Go for something that just bombs the bejesus out of the area. I'm not talking like the Gross Paris kind of, I carpet bomb half the map. But that idea does have, I think, a little bit of relevance here.
Yeah, I think at the same time, he's a bit worried about the 2-star Focke-Wulf that's available. And I think he just needs to get more dedicated anti-tank. As we're seeing up north, there's now 2 Panzer IVs being brought in.
And there's
They're
already
just
2 on the field, too.
Yeah. They are the J models, so they do have actually 3 of them. Jesus Christ. They do have the Royal turret rotation, but it's still 3 Panzer IVs with
Yeah,
2-star veterans.
You're fighting
so...
a platoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 Shermans, yeah, and the Shermans have pretty good defensive positions. But I'm just going to think Junker going to come in, destroy runs, stress it out, and then the other run's pretty much outgunned.
I wanted to kick over real quick to see what both sides see. Not much on Knife Guy. He sees 2 units. Jarl Conrad,
Yep.
he's really not much better. He sees less than that. Good gosh.
Yeah, that's quite surprising, because Knife Guy, I mean, he's playing first assets, they barely have recon. So they're blind as a bat.
Oh, that is very accurate. Actually, I thought the 2 Panzers up at the front were both H's, but you're right. One of them is, in fact, a Panzer J.
Mm-hmm.
I find it funny to have one half-track behind enemy lines, Blair.
Like, okay, if I don't move, they won't see me.
Exactly. If I don't bring up any part of the map, I'm hidden. Ooh,
Yeah.
transmission damage. We see the first engagement from these tanks. And the Upgun 76 is definitely going to assert himself here.
Yeah, he has a pretty good angle up that road, but at the same time, it's just, I mean, both sides are going to be a bit finicky and ran to push. I mean, Knife Guy did have his Puma in a good flanking position, but because he wasn't supported, he did do a smart move and pull back with it, because he would have got his bazooka.
I was going to say, those armored rifles, again, like you said, we're in Phase B, so the infantry fight really should be, I would argue, in Jarl Conrad's favor.
Yeah.
At this point,
at
I would
B
definitely
phase,
argue.
yeah.
Yes.
Once C phase comes around, if Knife Guy has the Void Deutsche spam in C phase, then he's pretty much got the infantry advantage. Flanpans are down south, or in the middle, I mean north.
Wow.
South of the north.
I was going to go down, and I was like, wait a second, I didn't see one down there.
South of the north, if that makes sense.
East of the wind, everyone. East of the wind.
East of the wind. You know, he's somewhere on the map. I mean,
actually,
that
I'm pretty
one Flanpanzer.
sure it's the name of a book, but I might be wrong. East of the
Probably.
sun and west of the moon, maybe that's what it is? I don't know.
I didn't.
Another, no, never mind, that's an earlier Stug. It's still in the area, and that Sherman's going to see him awfully quickly here.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's rotating to go after some of these Sherman. Oh no, I thought he was going to go after some of those half tracks, but never mind. He's going to see that Stug rather quickly. Stug gets first shot. Bailed out. Ooh, well shot, sir. Well shot.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides, really, but well shot, especially the Sherman. And there we go. Another P4H moving on in. And actually, did you mention the other Hellcat to the north?
No, I did not.
There was another Hellcat. Where did that go?
I think Hellcat?
Yeah, there's a second or third Hellcat rather. I don't think I imagined. Yes, down to the south. That's the one I'm thinking of, I guess. And shockingly enough, the Germans are taking territory, and we're into Phase C.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where that rubber meets the road. Are we going to see all of those Volksdeutsche? As of right now, no. We're going to see tons and tons of tanks instead.
Yeah, that's a lot of tanks, but that's what you do with First Panzer. I mean, you can get those Panzer IVs, like, 1 per minute with First, so why not get a Panzer IV minute? Why not?
Here's a thought, too. Well, besides the fact, never mind, we have a pain train coming on in. So Junker comes on in. Focke-Wulf 2-star is there to strafe one of those Shermans, and I believe the Junker will probably finish the job. And then go after the M8 command car. That's a great 1-2 attempt.
Oh yeah. And he goes for the Sherman.
That's
gets
one.
A kill. And he's gonna come around for second helpings, maybe? It's a bit...
Well, his sweep here is a little bit nonsensical. Yeah, he's gonna back away.
I think that's his AI auto-targeting. If you manually target it, you could just kill the Sherman, pull back to your lines, and come around to Electric Boogaloo.
I would tend to agree with you. Actually, it looks like up north, tanks are going to start really lighting off. No, they're going after the infantry instead. I thought that maybe the tanks had had line of sight on each other, but nope. We just had that platoon is just going to start hunkering down, and really, I would just sit here and hold that road.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. It's too risky to move through.
Yeah, don't even bother attacking. You're 54 to 46. Just stay back.
Oh, but Knife Guy's doing it. He's already taken some pretty nasty hits. Fortunately for him, none of his Panzer IVs have been killed in that, like, rather brutal engagement. Half track up north finally goes down. Blair has been blown away.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, look, yo, is he gonna try and push with his Shermans now?
That'd be a very foolish idea.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like as you said before, it's a pretty tough map to move around in.
Ooh, ammo storage hit. However, if the Germans are sitting one by one in those kinds of Jesus.
Yeah. He's
Two.
gonna pick him off. And he's gonna come around the corner. And
I'd say any Tigers? Nope, no Tigers. Lots and lots of infantry. It's a 3-star Panzer. Come on. Jesus.
Turret rotation speed.
Yes, but he was pointing down the bloody road.
I know.
I just think that's insane.
Turret rotation speed. That's the one major downside of the J. Even though it's much cheaper in the H, stuff like that happens. And also, I keep bloody mentioning it. I'll try.
I know, it's okay. It's okay. And down south, armored rifles do come in and just snipe another P4. So the cream of the crop of German tank crews, well,
yeah,
they'd be like Terry crews one day, here and then gone. That was really reaching on that one. I apologize to all my viewers out there. But at the moment, anyway. All armored rifles, though, are forcing back this Puma. They're going to pick off the Panzer J if they're not... Yeah, I think the Panzer J is going to get taken out. And in fact, here he comes. He's off to save the day. And, ladies and gentlemen, for dinner we have Cosmopolitans and Baked Alaska, and with a side of a Panzer IV, I would think. What are you doing?
Oh, no, he's
there we go.
Oh, there he goes. What are you doing, armored rifles? Just go south a little bit and you got a nice, easy kill.
Yes, go south of the north.
Just...
Okay, here comes the Junker attack. Here's one. He doesn't even get one... Oh, no, there we go. One kill, but the up-gun is still there.
Yeah. I'm really quite surprised Joe hasn't got a single fighter out, because...
Yeah, you're right.
He really needs a fighter, even though it's a Focke-Wulf on the field. The two P-38s would definitely help out in just trying to keep the air clear, because these Junkers have been more deadly in the tanks.
We are going to see Jarl Conrad desperately try to get that Command 76mm up. He's trying to save the armored rifle, and really, if he's able to do so, he's got a real commando unit going on.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. At long last, there's a P-38. The Focke-Wulf is there, and he's a little more stressed, but 2 stars? I don't know, man.
Yeah, and the Focke-Wulf is the better fighter on a run-and-run.
Yeah, not with this ground fire.
Yeah, the bit ground fire is going to help the P-38. But oof. I'd probably fall back at Focke-Wulf. Yeah, it's Focke-Wulf. I think the Focke-Wulf's actually... Yeah, Focke-Wulf is slower, so... Not the best...
No.
Best,
No, what he's got going for him right now, though, is the fact that his accuracy, I think, is going to be marginally better.
Yeah.
And plus, I might be wrong, but I always want to say... Yeah, his armament's better, too.
Yeah.
Oh, but not when there's 2. When lightning strikes twice, 2 lightnings, 1 Focke-Wulf... Okay, yeah. One's got to extend and retreat. That's a good call.
Yeah.
He's trying desperately to keep them off that Winchester Focke-Wulf.
Yeah. God, this
and
is
that's one.
Whoa! This is such an engaging dogfight.
I can't even depress my camera enough to look at it.
I know.
Oh my gosh. There we go. I was gonna shift. No, I can't do it that way either. Damn. Yeah, that guy's gonna be dead. He's trailing smoke right now. He works for Philip Morris.
He can't evac the P-38 because he's faster, so he's gonna get out of here. That's a smart move.
Meanwhile, while we've been looking up there, the Americans have completely been blown away in the center part of the map. They still have some position further back, but it looks like pretty much every single piece of infantry equipment is gone.
Yeah.
In fact, I see 4 squads over the entire map.
Yeah. It's not looking good for you. And yeah, it really just comes down to the fact that Knife Guy has managed to trade more efficiently in Yo this match. He managed to kill more Shermans through his Panzer IVs, really thanks to the help of the Junkers. And so, it's his first assess. Whoa, the bloody Panther just blew up north.
I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh.
It's 76 got it. Damn, that was a good kill.
I would really like to disagree with you on one thing, though. I do not believe at all that the Jarl has not treated us effectively. May I remind you that 2 Shermans took out, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, I would say 5 Panzers up to the north. I think we missed one from before, but that entire armored flank was destroyed by 2 tanks.
Oh yeah, fair point. He's making... Yeah, he has managed to break through up north for Yo. He hasn't been able to really exploit it at the moment.
He doesn't need to. I mean, he's got to do something, though, because he's down to +2.
He's down to +2, and down south, it's just not pretty with the Panzer IVs going across the open field. There's nothing to stop him.
Yep, and as infantry squad after infantry squad starts diving out of those tanks to somehow get away from the P4s. I don't know if the upguns are going to be able to kind of turn things back around, but we do have another Junker assault going in after both of the upgun 76mm.
Can he do it?
Oh god. I'm surprised he wasn't able to hit him.
Yeah, same. It's actually pretty good using the Junkers against 4th Armoured compared to other armoured divisions, because the Shermans only go up to 10 armor max. So the Junkers, pretty much with all the armoured units for 4th Armoured, you have a really good chance of penetrating. Compared to, let's say, Guard Armoured with 11 armoured Fireflies. That 1 extra armor does make a pretty hefty difference.
I'd imagine so. Puma might get a kill on this upgun Sherman. That would be quite a coup. He's moving in. He sees him. He's got to get a shot off before that guy comes back online. There we go. He gets the freak out, and I imagine he's 400 meters away. He really should get the kill here.
Yeah.
Nope, he's just going to back away. Okay, well, discretion is certainly a better part of valor. Oh, that's why. He wants to give it to Mr. J. All right.
I'm quite surprised that Puma's been alive this long. Because you only get, like, one of him, really, for first assess. And it's still alive. Because, I don't know, the Pumas, they usually, like, get some cool kills and then they die. Because you always overextend them.
Yep, and they get taken out by a late autocannon or something. Wow, yeah. Hellcat comes on the field and P4 hits with a beautiful long-range shot from 1,000 meters.
That shouldn't have happened. Hellcat has range advantage. Oh,
and the cavalry scouts, for some reason, are not firing at the P4 that's less than 100 meters away.
Yeah. Ah.
They could have saved that mortar.
Yeah. That is the one problem with doing hold fire, is that you do have to keep an eye on your units, because you will miss opportunities such as that. Like, if you're lazy, like me, what you can do is just turn off the machine guns and just keep the bazooka on.
Just for those kills of opportunity?
Yeah.
Well, one thing I will tell you is that this lightning is going to get taken on out as this Focke-Wulf comes in. A second one comes in as well. Deflection shot, and there he goes.
Yeah. And...
So, fairly safe to say that's going to be a knife guy win here. In fact, I think we're going to see a tap out from Jarl in just a moment. After another 76 mil goes down, and yes, the
Americans have 4 units on the field. 5 units in the field in total. Damn. But that's first assess is completely snowballed out one. Very good play from Knife Guy.
I'd like to point out that even though the kills look absolutely insane, if you go back and forth in the history, it doesn't really start getting bad until about, minute 21 or so. And even then, there's still that 4-pack of Panzers from 2218 up to about 2255. But then there's just... like I said, see? Like, it goes back and forth quite a bit. Yeah. But then it's just at the absolute end, it's just roasted.
Yeah, it was definitely 3 kills at the end of the match, yeah. But, yeah, he did... Early on in A phase, it was not looking good for Jarl. I mean, he lost his Hellcat. He lost quite a bit of units in A phase compared to Knife Guy. And coming into B phase, he has a bit back and forth.
I'd like to make a quick call out for players of the game here. Numaya of the Junker 87. He has 2 Hellcats and a Trip Sherman to his name. The Puma was just an absolute terror among all the infantry.
Jesus Christ. Right, that Puma really did pay itself off. Wow. I wasn't even really paying attention, but...
The Focke-Wulf got 3 kills. Pack 40's got 4 kills. A Panzer 4's got 6. Of course, only 2 of those 3 of those are really any kind of vehicle. The other 2 are half tracks or otherwise.
Yeah, but that was good play from Knife Guy, and he will be taking round 1.
All right, so guys, we'll be back for round 2 in just a second. Don't go away. We will, of course, be right back. And we're back, folks. Naturally, this map here is the beautiful, verdant greenery of Colville. We know the players, but not the divisions. So, Rang, who do we have this time?
So, Knife Guy's playing as the 101st, and we have Jarl as the 17th SS Panzer Grenadier Division. So, 2 pretty infantry-focused divisions for this matchup.
Now, of course, when you say pretty infantry-focused, you're not talking about the 101st Airborne, are we?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
Pretty. The infantry pretty, especially those AB rifles. They got the big machine guns, they got the big bazookas, they got the SMGs. That's pretty good at my book.
I would definitely say that's a fair way to call that. One thing kind of funny for me is I remember I think it was last week we saw an M22 not rush, but it was a very, very active M22 play.
Yeah, with Corbo, yeah.
And who else, of course, is going to bring that through? And it's a nice, quick start here. Both players, okay, in the south, much more aggressive. You can understand why that tree line is completely important to the entire control of this map.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely a battle between AB engineers and SS stormtroops for the forest area down south. I mean, yeah, there's a few stormtroops being brought in. I mean, mainly just infantry. We do have the Stug being brought out immediately in A phase from Jarl. So it's going to be definitely a make it or break it unit, as that is a pretty hefty point investment.
Well, and lest we forget to make the mention, we are also going to see a machine gun or two. So, actually, looking at the way that, and the unit type being brought on in, I cannot help but feel the Germans are looking to play defensive in the south and maybe push some advantage elsewhere.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good call, because if it was stuck up north, you could definitely make some good headway, as I can pretty much kill the M22s or whatever vehicles that 101st can get in a phase.
One thing that's not going to be easy, though, is that there's so much flame and fire going to be moving on forward from the Americans, and some really great smoke. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's really good smoke.
And Big Dick is here.
Big Dick? Oh, there we go. Mr. Winters?
Yes. Yes, he does not look like the soulless red-haired gentleman that I've remember from Band of Brothers, but I'll take it. And Pigrens, of course, with that asterisk. Not true Pigrens, but they do have that nice double light machine gun, which is always a beautiful thing. And Dick looks like it's going to get cut off pretty quickly. Nebelwerfer!
Oh, look at Naval Strike, completely shutting off that potential. So,
I thought that was actually a mortar or an IG-18 or anything, really.
Nope. Damn, that was a good use of a Naval Alpha Strike here. Completely shutting off 101st attack. And up north...
Oh god, the Panzerbücher down to the south too has stunned up the M22. Weapons jammed. Oh jeez.
Oh boy.
So the Americans, they had an opportunity, and now they're heading for the hills.
Yeah, it's a shame, yeah, the O doesn't have anything to follow up after this show. I mean, he's playing 17, so he doesn't have really mobile units. But imagine if there was like a half-track or a light armored vehicle, could have just rushed down and, you know, got some surrenders maybe. Of course Winters is here, but that was definitely a good opportunity to do an aggressive push.
Well, it's just also worth noting that this Pigren is just gonna chill there. And as terrifying as all that extra firepower coming in his direction is, he's still holding up the entire attack by himself.
Which is pretty damn good for the Pigren. Yeah, he's getting pinned down now by the 60mm mortar. And...
Oh, but you know what? We still have that Opel Blitz coming on in.
Yep.
Sloth Trooper are still there too. I'm sorry, you were going to say.
Yeah, Yale could definitely use like a machine gun team, or you need some more infantry down south, because the Naval Earth is going to take a little bit long to... Oh, let's just bring a second Naval
I was just going to make that comment. Maybe
that's
just
also a good idea.
Up instead.
Yeah.
There's going to be some friendly fire here, though.
Oh, whatever.
Worth noting, by the way, we did see a airstrike coming down to the north from the American side of things. Not really achieving a huge amount, but getting some damage, some morale damage on the IG-18. And that tree line, well, maybe you can prevent forest fires, but the Naval Weapon knows how to start them. And the Opel Blitz is not reloading at all. What do we see else? Okay, so we're also going to see some... That could be a light flak. Yeah, some light flak coming to the north. That's a decent call, too.
Yeah, going to keep that stuck. Free from any flying pests.
Now, there is a pack howitzer to the north, that's 75 mil. One of the heaviest things you are going to see over there from the American side early on. But, I don't know, there's going to be enough to kind of really turn things around.
Yeah. I mean, the stug here is still such a huge issue to deal with. We got the 57mm, but he's pretty far off from the stug. At the same time, he's bringing some infantry to push with it, but he definitely could use the Panzer Grenadier or two up north to help push with the stug. That's kind of, the stug's just sitting there being defensively. I mean, that's what the stugs were designed to do, but definitely could use something to help with an offensive maneuver.
So, slightly funny story. The Panzerbücher is here, and he will get forced to fall back.
Yeah. The
Command 22, I think he's going to try to get a surrender, so we're going to have a wet noodle surrender contest here. It'd be one of those things where it's like, Sergeant, I got the enemy to surrender to me. I don't even have a loaded gun. I mean, look at it. He's got a weapons jammed. He's not firing, man. This is, I'm going to run at you, and you're going to be afraid of my raised fist.
We're going to ram you like Company of Heroes if you don't surrender.
That was a terrifying thing, Company of Heroes, let me tell you.
I remember one time I had a King Tiger in Company of Heroes 2. And, I was playing against some Russian player. and he got like 334s, and he was like trying to constantly rush me as I was like reversing the King Tiger back, trying like, oh god, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
Kind of like me in
Just...
grammar school.
Damn.
We are going to see more anti-air being brought down to the south, and I mean, that is going to be good to keep the aircraft off, but it's going to be just as good to keep that infantry at a distance, because we are at 50-50 yet again, and Jarl is taking back control of this map.
Yeah, I mean, up north he's doing pretty bloody good here with the Stug F8. But, oh god, the 57mm is actually in a... I mean, it's in the same position, but the Stug can't really move up anymore. And too bad there's no neighbor for artillery up north to deal with that 57mm.
Well, Popgun's going to start shooting at him too. Popgun's engaging him.
Yeah. The pop gun can kill him.
Yes, he can. Ammo storage hit.
Look at, yeah, that's a lucky shot.
Kitten's got claws. 2 shots coming in. One more. Yeah, I think he's going to get one more round off. Driver knocked out. Okay, this Stug might die.
That's,
Driver knocked out. Okay, so smoke comes down from Stahlstruppen. Good call right there.
Good, very good call.
As a quick reminder, rank, so we're looking for best of 2, best of 3, or best out of 5 on this series here.
Best of 5, I believe.
And as folks says again, we're going to be here for as long as it takes, so don't go away. And just like Knife Guy's bringing in some more troops to kind of settle on in. He's got 2 more M22s coming in, guys that can actually shoot. That's a very novel idea as it comes to vehicle fighting in the south. There's another novel idea. Naval buffers back into, you know, right down your throat.
I've been pretty much keeping this southern side from not collapsing entirely.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't another naval to the north? No, it's IG-18.
Yeah, IG-18.
Stug is trying to engage that M3, but the M3 is just having a field day. Man, he never used to shoot at anything.
I think the Stug's not going to be able to get the kill here.
Yeah, but you know what? The M3 had his day at least.
Yeah.
Let's just have a moment of silence for that guy. Alright, moment's gone. 53-47. Knife Guy takes a commanding lead, 70-40 over here ticket-wise. And with that Stug, the Stug, I imagine, is not going to want to get really engaged, and the P-51's going to stress him out.
The AA's there to keep him a little bit protected. So, I definitely fall back at Stug for now, as he's a little bit exposed, especially with no recon nearby.
Yeah, they put guys in jail for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's also P-51 Mustang coming into the south, the bombing one, but I'm not sure he's going to make a run or not. Yeah, no, he's backing off. One thing that will happen is that this Command M22 is going to get back in the fight. I'm always kind of interested to find out exactly how many munitions it takes for a vehicle to be unjammed.
Yeah, it's always... It'd be really cool to see actual munition costs of like each piece of ammunition.
I'm not saying
it's probably like a defined value, just we never see it.
Oh, and I'm not saying like, hey, we want to be able to determine what gets repaired and what doesn't, or who to get priority to for supply. But it'd just be interesting. I'm just kind of fascinated to know, you know?
Same. Like how many Shermans can you resupply completely from a supply truck? That's the questions I want answered.
Exactly. How much ammo can an ammo truck? If an ammo truck could truck. I don't know. It's not so much more pithy in my head, but if 51 makes another gun run to the north, he's going to go after that IG-18. Good call.
Yeah.
That Stug is largely toothless. And
but
even... ME-109 is going to try to make a run at one of these M22s.
But no, on the M22s, that's usually enough to maybe kill it.
But he does not in this case.
Nope. This is a pretty good aggression if Knife Guy. Those M22s are really providing good high explosive support. Because Yo doesn't have any AT down south, not even an AT gun. Yo hasn't even got... I understand Ray hasn't got an AT gun so far, because there's not really much armor to deal with. But now it's a lot of armor, and he could really use with an AT gun. Or an autocannon vehicle. I also it's actually a pretty decent call.
I think I actually would go with the AT gun, though.
I'd go with the AT gun over, to be honest. But,
benefits from cover, we have easier resighting positions. I mean, in 232, Yes, it's nice and all that, but it doesn't have that kind of stand-up power.
Yeah, it's a bit it's a bit more risky. You don't get the ambush shot.
But I do think he is bringing in just as much of the command as anything else, and you're not going to get that from an AT gun.
Yeah. The neighbor efforts are being exposed now, and oh, that's not good for them. And it should be an absolute devastating blow to Jarl Conrad if he loses his neighbor efforts.
Well, and on top of that too, the Opal Blitz is down, so don't expect too much, and there goes one naval position.
Yep.
There's a Flak Verling right here, and the Flak Verling might actually be able to take out the M22.
I think so, yeah. I mean, 420mm is a really good problem solver.
And see, there's the 232, he's dead already.
Yep.
And if Faust comes the other direction, so the Stahlstruppen says, "That's my big brother!" In any case, Stahlstruppen...
I hope you use that line again sometime.
That's my big brother? I'll definitely do it.
Alright, Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy!
Oh god.
Flak Verling, though, is proving his weight in shells by lofting all of them at the infantry and getting stressed out like crazy by them. So,
yep.
A moment of silence for our whipped friend. I said a moment of silence. Stop shooting at him, you fools. But the AB rifles refuse to listen to my and refuse to heed me. Mm-hmm. And that Flak Verling is either going to get blown to pieces or shot to shreds. One or the other.
Double mortars coming in as well, so that Flak Verling won't be flacking around for much longer.
Yeah, I doubt that. Meanwhile, the middle part of the field, the last German troops are trying desperately to hang on in there. Engineers are trying to get close enough for all of that grenading. He's going to yell Granada and throw off one of those huge satchel charges.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he doesn't, M22 is going to have line of sight on it pretty soon, I'd imagine.
Yep. But
and
yeah,
his engineers, they're not going to go out. Sorry?
Jarl Conrad's side has pretty much completely collapsed because M22 armored vehicles. He didn't have any AT nearby, and I do get it, because you don't usually have to worry about such aggressive M22 play. You don't really even see him that often. But, Knife Guy's using his old light tanks extremely efficiently.
Yes, he is.
Nothing really to stop it. I mean, the Stoss troops here, the Panzerfaust, but, they're not really nearby. So it's a rocket run.
Man, those rockets just not hit anything today.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hitting close, but unfortunately close is not worth the cigar.
Yeah, he really needs more reliable AT down south. Heck, even some Panzer Strike squads would be absolutely wonderful in this area.
Oh wait, he didn't back up that ME-109? Wow, that was a gutsy move. That guy could have gone down here.
Yeah, oh, he might be able to kill his P-51.
Nah, another one's coming in.
There's another P-51.
And there goes the ME-109.
And... Oof. Roblox death sound. Oof.
That's kind of like watching the G.I. Joe movie. You went in there thinking like, yeah, this is going to be great, and then, crashed and burned.
Bro, it's just pretty much just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it had Ray Park and everything.
G.I. Joe movie.
Yes, the G.I. Joe movie. The first one, not even the second one. Let's not even talk about the second one.
I've only seen the first one.
The second one's got Bruce Willis. That's pretty much the only thing I can say for it. Oh. And The Rock.
Oh, and The Rock, of course.
Yes. I like watching Mission Impossible. It's a bunch of red shirts you don't care about and like 2 actual named actors, and yeah. Ugh. Hey, I got Jonathan Pryce, so I'm a big fan of that guy. Anyway, Bond villains and governors of Pirates of the Caribbean aside, we have one Stugen here, and I kind of feel like he's got all the hopes and dreams of our poor little SS division riding on top of him.
Yeah, this is really not going well for Jarl Conrad at all. I mean, he's lost a lot of the initiative, he's lost quite a lot of units, and Knife Guy's in some pretty nice defensive positions.
I am amused by the fact he's got a 120mm mortar, and that outranges the other mortar.
Yeah.
And considering how close that artillery park is, he might drop around right on top of them any second here. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely perfect. You could not get any better than that.
Gonna be a 2 for run? Is it gonna be 2 for run? Oh, it's so
Ooh,
close.
both pinned.
Come on.
Is he gonna biggie size it? Oh man, they're gonna fall back into it. Oh man, all right. I was waiting for something there.
So close to a home run.
Pack 30, it does go and take out one of the M22s, and nope, never mind. I'm surprised to say that Jarl Conrad is stabilizing slightly.
Yeah, he's managed to get a bit of a defensive position, which is nice, but he just doesn't have enough units on the field, and he's still losing by a +2 point advantage for knife guys, so it's not the best position to be in.
No, it is not. I'm wondering, okay, so what could have gone different? I mean, we talked about the fact that we had any anti-tank would have been better than nothing.
Yeah, I think just a Panzer Strike squad or two in the middle and south would have helped out tremendously. Because he managed to keep at bay the neighbor efforts once the M22s came around. Then it was too much of a fast breakthrough for the old Conrad to really stabilize, unfortunately for him.
That seems a fair note. Now, there's a single one-man squad and a pop gun. He's down to the south. I'm, again, always going to be highly amused by that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also still highly amused that the 120 mil even made it to the field. That's just not a unit you see very often, I don't feel like.
Yeah, I'd agree with you now. It's a pretty awesome mortar piece, because he doesn't like a 120mm mortar. But, yeah, we never really see the be used all too often. We never really see infantry divisions. It's usually tank divisions that a lot of the Axis players are playing, because they're all the cool hit these days, and airborne and like the Valchaga divisions.
I am also somewhat amused by the fact that right now, there's a pack howitzer decides to say, oh, you know what? Oh, that Stog is right in the middle of part of the field. Oh, well, he can't see anymore. Johnny can't come to the phone right now.
He's been smoked out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, the Stug's gonna engage the artillery piece, I believe. No.
No, he's not going to. He's at 57 mils gonna get him. And the,
Oof.
pretty damn quickly here. So, first shot is up, and it is good. It bounces off the hull, but gives that Stug something to think about. And crew knocked out, that's going to be a dead Stug. Well played to that 57 mil.
Yeah. I like how he kept it behind the tree line so it wasn't physically exposed, which is, I'd say in this case, was a pretty good move.
Of course, he might get taken out by direct fire by the IG-18.
Yeah, and heavy mortar coming in.
I think he's looking for the artillery park on that.
Oh yeah, yes he is. Very aggressive placement for the one train.
Oh wow, off-map call-in to the north, 356. That's going to be insane.
Yeah, but that's yeah, that's naval.
Mm-hmm.
So bye-bye.
Well, it's also interesting too, Knife Guy decided to put that Phase B M10s in his deck. Aren't I wrong? But don't usually most people wait until Phase C for that because it becomes a little more efficient per card?
I believe so. I think for 101st, you
That's
only get
one.
them in packs of run in B phase.
Two.
Yeah.
Everything's freaking out right now. I'd be freaking out too. That thing's like the Carl Gustav cannon shooting at me right now. I'd be.
Yeah. Stug goes down in the middle, and everyone's just getting pinned down.
Yeah, but this Mustang's gonna get taken out. So that little filly's gonna get broken.
But yeah, I don't entirely remember the Wolverine loadout for 101st completely off heart. But I believe you only get them in packs of run and B phase. Or on C phase, you get them in packs of 3 as well as the 2-star runs. So, yeah, it's definitely an interesting calling. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I may be wrong. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, it's too late. It's now been inscribed in the annals of history forever and ever and ever. And will this Mustang take out the Fuckwolf? No, he will not. He gets it the absolute last instant. That's a soul-crushing defeat right there. And there's an M10 now going to get line of sight on that Stug. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, man, but he's falling right back into it. Oh, God.
Oh, God, the AB rifle's just sneaking on up.
Well, it's not even like he's going to have to work to kill him either. I mean, look at this. 3, 2, 1. And somehow Jarl Conrad knows what's happening, so he surrenders just in time. So that Stug will survive.
But look at it's a bit close to this match in terms of kills and death, but
think about what they're getting killed by and what's getting killed.
Looking at history early on, it's a bit back and forth for like the first 8 minutes or so, and then after that, yes, there's all the red units die, and then some blue units are still alive. But looking out the P50 run and some of the heavier pieces definitely helped out in terms of kills for Jarl Conrad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many standouts, but in any case.
Yeah.
So right now we are going to get, that means what? Jarl Conrad's up. No, he's down.
Yeah.
0-2 right now.
Knife guys 2-0.
All right, guys, tune back in for the next game to see if we can see the vestige of a comeback or what the deal's going to be. But we'll check you there in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. And we're back, ladies and Germans. This is map 3. Of course, at this point, we do know Jarl Conrad is down right now to Knife Guy 2-0. The map, we're back to Meridet, but the divisions, as you might expect, have changed. Rang, who is fighting today?
On the left-hand side, Jarl Conrad is playing as the 15th Scotch. And the Knife Guy on the right is playing as the 2nd Panzer Division.
Not for nothing, but have you ever really noticed how on the Scottish side of the setup play in the lower left-hand corner, I never really realized how big some of these orchards are.
Oh damn, those are some big apple orchards. That's a lot of bloody apples.
Yeah, how do you like them apples?
I like them a lot. I could actually really go with an apple right now. Like, I'd actually really like an apple at this moment.
Well, it will keep the doctor away, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, it would, because you can just throw them at the doctor.
Exactly. If life gives you lemons, you throw them back, and you chuck back some of your own at the same time.
Yeah.
But our good old friend, the AVRE, is going to actually make an appearance here. We haven't seen him in quite a while. I've actually missed him.
Yeah, it's a good map for that unit. It's nice and close. You can dunk across. You can shoot behind the hedgerows. It's a pretty good AVRE territory.
Aviary?
It's.
I was like, birds?
Birds.
In the meantime, though, we do have the off-map calling over here from the German side of things, too, that P2. I feel like I cannot, for the life of me, think about the... What you call it? The off-map ability.
It's 173mm.
Thank you so much for that. In the meantime, though, we're also seeing some machine guns coming on in, rifles, of course. That early rifles is really all we're going to be seeing out of Jarl Conrad.
Yeah.
Which against Knife Guy, how is that going to go?
Knife Guy's got Sturm Pioneers on A phase, and then B phase he's got Sturm Grenadiers. So he's really going to destroy his rifles in close range. He is pretty good close range advantage.
So you're saying basically, wait, you're saying there's a Stormfront approaching?
Oh, I think there's a Stormfront approaching, and it's going to get hot and heavy.
That's the best kind of Stormfront when it gets hot and heavy.
Oh yeah.
173 is going to be engaged as MMG and Recce and 6-pounder to the north. This could be a prospective hole being opened up in the Scottish lines.
Yeah, there's nothing really here to exploit it too much. Got the half tracks and the Panzer II can attack too, but I don't really see Knife Guy doing that. He's bringing up some recon to try to get some eyes on the area, which is a smart move.
Oh wow, that 173 is like, oh yeah, guys, well, we'll just shower you behind you for a couple hundred meters. That's one. Oh wow, one shot takes out the 6-pounder. That's a worthwhile, artillery barrage already.
Yeah.
And as you might expect, a half-track tries to sneak on in and just bolts for that new potential hole. But there's still that Vickers right there, and that Vickers can backstop that half-track charging in.
No, it can't.
No, I was just you can stress it back up. He's not going to take it out.
It's not going to happen, trust me.
Oh man, all right.
I'm sorry to start you down like that.
Oh no, it's totally fine. I don't usually play against a lot of Vickers in the first place. That's totally okay. I mean, we don't ever really see a lot of machine guns.
Yeah, the Vickers is really bad.
I'd like to take back what I just said here.
It's fine.
Wow. I expected some kind of buff here, any kind of real engagement, but no, he's going after the infantry. Yeah. I am ashamed. I have brought dishonor upon my family. Dishonor on me, dishonor on my cow.
In the words of the commander from Shogun Total War 2, shameful display.
Shameful display! Yes, indeed.
Oh, men are running. I can't even fucking do it. I can't do it.
Not without us insulting some men, some area of the populace.
I'm changing my mind on that one. We all played Shogun 2. You know what line I was going to say.
And Shogun 1 for that matter too. Man, that game was amazing.
Damn, that's a bit old for me, Khan.
That's true. That's true. You are a bit of a young whippersnapper, but we do have 2 Honey Stewards are out, and the aviary is still out and about, and I can imagine he can be doing some quite devastating strikes if given the opportunity. But for right now, we see a very early P4 being brought on in, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Exactly.
I'm also amused by the fact that this buffet, the off-map, whatever that is, BEO Panzer, is chasing around this MMG carrier as if, yep, there we go.
Yeah. I'm really quite surprised of how well these off-maps are going for an AFK, because he predicted the first one perfectly, and the second one too. I mean, these are pretty obvious spots, but still, considering there's no line of sight on these areas, it's, you know, still a bit of a risky play, but it's going to pay off for AFK with the second off-map coming in.
Well, especially if they keep landing like that. Wow, that's amazing.
Jesus Christ.
But again, he's got to keep those Honey Stewards away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to have a sweet tooth, and I don't think the Scots are too upset by throwing more and more sweeties at him.
Yeah.
Well, he does have a Shrek down to the south. There's a question if we can get him into position, and to the north he's got another Shrek as well, too. As well as that 250-10.
Mm-hmm.
And the P4.
Good thing the Recce squad is from Jarl, because that's getting some very good eyes on
Not any longer.
Oh, nope. Ripperoonie.
Alright, in the meantime, though, another 223 coming in, and yep. This is the only play I think he really has at the moment, is just start spamming at the stewards.
Yeah, he needs AT on the field. He needs AC.
AVRE, shooter wounded. I'm sorry to cut you off, but AVRE, shooter wounded. This could be terribly bad.
Yeah, that could have gone really bad. Losing that Avra is such a vital unit, especially for the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So, good thing you managed to keep it alive.
Outside of that, Honey Stewart's just kind of chilling in the meantime. P4 P4 is engaging that Vickers. And I really expected that to go a lot better for him. Good gosh.
I know, it's... The Vickers guns are so flipping terrible.
They're underpowered. I mean, think about it. The Scheller firing was at least as good as anything else.
It's a bloody machine gun still. They can't even, like, suppress, like, an infantry squad yet effectively. It's ridiculous how bad the Vickers guns are. It's such a shame, though, because it should be at least somewhat a decent unit with some purpose, but you're much better off never ever taking Vickers guns, period. Just at all. They're just not worthwhile in any sense of the word.
I might be wrong, but I think the P4 exchanging fire with the Steward up top somehow killed the spot troops. I might be wrong there. I'm probably wrong there, but it just seemed insane that was going on.
Yeah, but damn, it's very risky for the Panda 4 being in the position, but there we go.
And another Steward goes down south, too. Yep. I think that's also from the P4.
I think that's from the 250-10.
Oh, is that from the 250-10?
Oh, down, all the way down? Oh, yeah, it's 250-10.
Oh, it's 250-10, you're right. You're right. Down south? I think maybe he redeployed, because I don't see him down. Oh, never mind, there he is.
Yeah.
He's moving in. He's going to go after that Shrek squad, but there's still another Shrek squad and another 250-10 down in that southern position.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to get a beautiful little flank here in a second.
But up north, it's a Blitzkrieg up north.
Oh, fun fact, by the way, Blitzkrieg was never technically the name for the entire position. It was always the War of Movement.
Yep, it's because I know it. I've read about it. It's actually really quite interesting. It makes sense because the whole like Prussian way of war for the longest time was, you know, we just try to win a fast tactical battles and just get the war over as soon as possible.
For a beautiful example of that, look at the 7 Weeks War with France. No, I'm serious. That was an absolutely insane campaign. It's anybody who does any kind of armchair history should check that out. It's absolutely incredible. I think 250-10 is desperately trying to get through these trees, and he's not able to do it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
This is really. I really love seeing like some good second Panzer play like this, because you can do crazy little blitzkriegs with all your highly vetted light vehicles, and he's going to be able to get a flank around in his Avro over the 250-10 eventually. And if he manages to kill that, even though I highly doubt it, because even the Avro's rear armor is pretty damn good. But still, it's just
you mean a 7? Cool. Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
That's pretty decent for rear armor. I mean,
he's bouncing.
I mean, the Panzer III has that as its front armor. The other Panzer Strike's coming, and I think that's just going to be what's going to get the kill.
Especially if the shooter's knocked out. Oh, yes. And
Yeah.
it's up. Oh, no. He misses to the
Oh, how
side.
could you miss? You're 2-star veterancy. It's a bloody Churchill. It's the size of a goddamn barn. Shame on you, Panzer Strike.
To
Shame
be fair,
on
he was
you.
firing through the trees and at max range.
God.
Okay, can we also just note, we talked about in the last match,
Yeah.
about how beautiful some of the models are. The sound, even the sound design in this game, that little wing
Woo, I
as
know.
the shells bounce.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Super cool.
It's the little things that you have to treasure in this.
Yeah.
Alright, otherwise, though, Bren groups and rifles are desperately trying to hold the manor house, and indeed that entire compound. The only thing they're lucky the Germans have not done yet is brought up more artillery to just blow the ever-living bejesus out of them. In fact, I'm surprised that last artillery barrage has not been dropped on them. There's a 6-pounder to the south, and I
It's
think
pretty
he's
much an Alamo in
retarded.
the middle.
I'm sorry?
It's like an Alamo in the middle.
Yes, it is. And the AVRE is that, like, 2 cannon that they did have.
Yep.
Also, oddly moving. Go see the Alamo at some point. The, nice little thing out there for people.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I've
yes?
noticed a current trend in all of Jarl's games, and it's kind of been the lack of AT. I mean, he did lose both his 6-pounders, but he definitely could have used for Piat squads to help out.
You watch your language.
They may have been able to hit something, maybe. But pretty much all these matches, Knife Guy has been managing to get all these street victories because he's managed to get a nice little armored blob and make a breakthrough.
Yep, I can almost hear the fat lady warming up right about now. I think she's singing, "You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll get to Scotland before you." While we are going to see miniature victories here and there, we're instead going to see a tap out from Jarl Conrad, so a big, big congratulations over here to our man, Knife Guy, for taking it 3-0.
Mm-hmm. Getting the victory, yeah. And, yeah, he wins the Code A finals. Congratulations.
Oh, wait, okay, just before we cut it, the P4 shot the AVRE in the last second. Literally the last second. Without the AVRE dying, we have under 800 kill points other than the AVRE dying.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
I can count all the dead items on 2 hands. And a toe. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I can count on 2 hands.
Yeah,
wow,
it's one
never
hand,
mind.
yeah, it's just a lot of half tracks. A lot of half tracks. But damn, that was really good play from Knife Guy. Very aggressive, using light armored vehicles and being able to make, exploit breakthroughs. And I love seeing that sort of gameplay.
Indeed. But alright, that'll do it for us today, I think.
Yep.
I do know we have Code S coming up at some point in the near future, so folks keep an eye out for that. But for right now, Rang, any last pearls of wisdom before we close the books on Code A Season 2?
None at all. Just thanks for playing and thanks for watching, guys.
Yep, and remember, tip your waitresses and come back for more ST44 material. But for right now, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.